What's up, guys? Tony Joseph here again, that forest chef, and like people know, and people wise, like people know also. Then, I'm actually going to be walking you step by step on what ProFem account is, ProFem account, what it is, what it's all about, and I will be exposing to you a secret. That's the bonus. I'll be giving you a secret of how I perceive some things about ProFem. So with this will really help you to number one to help you filter out the ones that are not healthy for you, and also number two to actually make a better trading decision for yourself, right? And what you can actually get to use to scale up and pass your challenge and all the likes. And a lot of people have been asking I should do a video on this and that and that. So I'll be walking you, like I'll recommend the strategy. I'll recommend everything that you need to actually that will position you to pass your profile account or to actually make a major one about it. I'm not saying that with this tip that is an automatic that you're going to make everything really work very fast, but this will position you to get things done better and avoid a lot of things, 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 because passing your challenge and being consistent with it depend on a lot of things. So let's get right into it, and I'll be walking you through the whole thing. So stick to the very end because I have a bonus I want to share with you. Right now, let's go. The first thing first is what is ProFem. I'll be using this interface. I'll be using this page for writing and everything. What is ProFem? And you're like, what do you know about ProFem? If you're new to it, all right, a ProFem, a ProFem, right? You don't need to start defining it to know what it is, right? Now, a ProFem account is actually, in a simple layman terms, you know me, that I just make things very simple. I just make it simple. I don't complicate anything with big grammars and all. So all I do is just make it very simple and straightforward. That is to say, ProFem account is simply a company aiding you to make money, like funding you for you to carry out your activities to make money. All right, you just look at you actually wonder why are they doing this? Why do I need this? Why do I need this? Now the problem right here, this is the catch. There is always a problem every business is trying to solve. There is always a problem every business is trying to solve. And the business, the problem this ProFem account and ProFem company are trying to solve, or the ProFem industry are trying to solve, is the fact that a lot of traders, they don't have big funds to trade and participate in the market. Even with the leverage that broker has given them, you need to look for money to participate in the market, right? So you need to look for, normally you fund your $100, you fund your 500, but with ProFem account, they can give you 2,000, they can give you 5,000, they can give you 10,000, they can give you 200,000, up to like $1 million, depending on the kind of broker you're using and the kind of things are how things are going for them, right? So now different there are different companies under this ProFem industry. The same way you have different broker, there's also a broker. But what they do is it's just a little bit different. They offer you money to trade to help you to reach your goal faster. That is the gap they are trying to solve. So unlike your normal business, okay, you need to buy a goods, right? Your usual normal business, you need to buy a goods and you sell to your customer and you take your profit from it. But now it's just like an inventory. They are giving you an inventory and they get you to do what you want to do with the inventory and give them back, like and take your own profit off it. You don't have to really pay down. That is on the e-commerce side. But in forex right now, these people, they are giving you money to participate in the market so that you can have higher chances of high win rates compared to you using your own normal listing. But one thing is very crucial here. You need to understand that, of which is it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of discipline. It takes there are a lot of rules, there are a lot of rules. So in a layman, let me come again. In a layman, ProFem account is just helping you for getting fund from a company, getting fund from a company, right? And there are different brokers, and this is it. Each ProFem, they have rules, they have how they go about it. before they can entrust you with their money. Some pro firm company, they actually give you challenge. So you have to pass that challenge. But before you be able to enter into this challenge, you need to pay them. So the payments you are paying depend on the magnitude of the account you want, how big the account you want. So if you are wanting if you want to get a $2,000 account, is different from someone who wants to get a $5,000 account. It's different from someone who wants to get 10,000, 100,000, and like that, like that, like that. The price you're paying is different. The price you're paying is different. So there are different pro firm account, So now, the higher the amount of money you want, the higher they pay. So on a challenge level, they give you challenge after you make your payment. You have different challenge. Some brokers, some companies actually have two challenges. Some have just one, and some have the two. It's not left for you to choose. And some actually don't have any challenge. The new ones trying to catch people in. If you want to catch people into your company, you start giving them some different benefit. You start giving different benefits so that you will really catch people. So some people don't have challenge, right? You don't have challenge at all. So what does the challenge do? They give you some certain rules so that you pass it to enter into giving you money, right? So your challenge, you are not giving money. Whatever you do on the challenge, you're not given. You're not given. So if you fail the challenge, that is, you need to pay again. If you pass the challenge, now, all well and good. You will be given the account, and now you can now be trading and making your money with rules again. Do you understand? With rules. So depending on the one that is good, that everybody are into this thing for business, right? So you need to just look for the one that is fair. You won't get the one that is perfect. You just need to get the one that is fair enough for you, right? And how can you choose a pro firm account? How can I get to choose a pro firm account? Like, okay, if I want to choose a pro firm account, how will I choose? What are the things do I need to check? So number one thing is, are they capable? What's the recommendation? What's the review, right? Some people say if you check trust worthy, or there's what we call trust. I've forgotten the full name, but this is where people go to check the trust level, if people really trust it, the review or not. You can even buy the review or not. So you need to really hear from people who have experienced it, who are in the system, right? Now, when you want to come to getting a pro firm, the major thing you need to know is if your pro firm company are capable. Because most pro firm, by the time you are done with the challenge, by the time you are making it huge, right, they might not want to give you the pay. They might not want to give you the pay. It become a problem. So you want to know if they are solid enough to actually do that. And yet, some of them manipulate, some of them do that, some of them do this. So you just need to actually get the one that is solid, right? And check from history, from what they're saying and their review online and all, and especially their social media. Then other thing is, you might end up trying one or two before you actually get it right. You might end up trying one or two before you get it right. But I would recommend one that I use, that I know I have experience with. And I'll actually tell you about that. So that's about that. So now, the one I use is Antec. I'm going to show you the dashboard, my own dashboard, and different package you have. Now let's check into it. This is Antec, right? And why do you think I chose this? I'm going to tell you the reason why I chose them. This Antec company actually have two. There are two, right? It's a company that has two companies under it. That is Antec as a company, and H Trader. H Trader is for ProFirm, and Antec is the normal broker. So that is, these people, they are solid enough. They are a broker, and also they have a ProFirm account. That is, it means that they are solid, right? And if you're in Nigeria, if you happen to be in Nigeria, they are regulated in Nigeria. What it means that they are regulated, that the government recognize them. So no matter whatever want to happen, you are on the safe side, and this is one of the reasons why I stick to them. They are rooted. They are rooted, and they have been in the game for a very long time. Unlike new this thing that are just coming out, because most prop firm that came out like I guess in the past 2 years now, they have won. They have like most of them have closed up. I don't want to start mentioning them, but you know about what I'm talking about. And most of them end up coming back here. Go and ask them, especially those in Nigeria. Yeah, they end up coming back to this one and they're using this one. Not all of them, but most of them, they're using this. And there are a lot of other pro firm accounts that are offshore. Offshore means that your broker is not stable in your country. They are offshore. They are operating offshore. So the government, anything, they don't recognize them. And if they decide, they don't even have office right in your location. So if they decide to close up, nothing, you can do nothing about it. And the government doesn't go after trading. Reason being that you sign an agreement, you know the risk involved. And that is why some people can close down their company and you can't hold them responsible for it. Everybody just go silent. Because why? You understood the game. So you need somebody that is rooted, that you can trust, of which this is the reason why I chose this very company, right? This one to use for my. I'm not saying they're perfect. I'm not saying they're all good, like I said, but they are fair enough to use and good and solid. That solid is the major thing, solid. Now, they have two challenges, the express and the enhance. The express now is a very, very fast road to get your things done, right? And stick to me, if you stick with me, I'm still going to show you the strategy I use, the strategy I'm using, the strategy I will use, because there will be a challenge on my group. If you're not there, you can message me, I can add you up, right? There's a strategy I will introduce it to you, very consistent, easy, and efficient that you can use. And I'll also give you some risk management tips right here. Then, but stick with me. So back to it. Antec Express, that one, you just have one challenge to do, just only one challenge. And by the time you're done with one challenge, you are given the account. But the second one, which is the enhance, you have two challenges. You need to do two challenges. And by the time you do the two challenges, then you will now be given the account. But the thing is, the express is more on the expensive side, while the enhance is really little. So for me, I will go for the express deal. So probably I'll be doing the enhance later. So you have those two stages. Look at it. Complete one stage. Now the minimum trade day, 0. There's no minimum trading day. Your target is 10%. Yeah, this one, your target is 10%. You also have target of 5%. Your maximum daily loss is 5%. Your maximum total loss is 6% right here. But yeah, your maximum total loss is 10%. Refundable challenge fee, yes, up to 90% profit fee. And this place right here, don't get it all wrong. You can select the kind of share you want. If you want 30, 70. And I didn't explain that at first, and I will be explaining that to you right now. What does it mean by profit split? So when these people give you this money and you trade on it and you make your money, they will split the profit between the both parties, the trader and the company, right? So different companies um, have different percentage that they share. Some 80-30, some 60-40, some 30-70. So the most popular one is 30-70, 30-70, 30-70. So this company, they are telling you they can offer you up to 90%, depending on the package you choose. But if you are going for 90% share, definitely their fee will be high. So it's depending on you. So 70-30 sounds like a good deal. 70-30, in what do I mean by 70-30? That is, the company take 30% and you take 70% because you are the trader. Do you understand? You are the trader. That is to say, if you make $1,000 in a month, the actual amount that is going to you is just like a business, right? You sold your goods and all, you remove your capital, and then you can now talk about your profit. You can now talk about your profit, right? Now, your profit is 70. Your profit is 700. And the money for your capital and everything is 300, right? Now, that is that about that. So it's up to you to choose either of the both challenges. If you want to register, just click on the link down below the video and you'll be able to do that, and you'll be walking through. So now that's that about that. Let me get back on this place right now. So the whole thing is more, you have to be very, very calculative. Why? Because there are rules. There are rules. You have to calculate. Be very calculative. Be understanding. This is where you now know understanding your risk to reward management. Your risk to reward management. Your risk to reward management. Your risk. This is what will really, really determine how you move. Your risk to reward management. You see, some people pass it in a day, some people did the same. But drawdown, what do they mean by drawdown? Drawdown is when you have your trade running. When you have your trade, a running trade. Let me give you this tip. Because the first profit account I didn't pass because of this, and this will really, really help you. Of which I made the money. I actually passed the percentage. I even made more than that, and I will not forget the peer. GBP, I made more than that because the person I managed someone's account, I managed my own account, and the person was telling me that he's for a shock today because I did a crazy number that day. But at the end of that crazy number that I did, I was feeling myself, wow, 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 wow. But at the end of it all, right, I got a message that I didn't pass the challenge. What happened? What happened? I think look at this. It said, I have broken the rules, of which my drawdown is below my drawdown. What does that mean? That is, okay, 10% is the drawdown. You shouldn't have a loss more than 10%. $2,000. 10% is $200. 5% is what? $100. So when you are trading, your losses should not be more than 100. And how do you get to maintain this? How do you get to maintain this? How do you get to maintain this? You need to understand. You need to understand this thing, how it goes. Do you understand? So the risk to reward, this is the issue right here. This is the issue right here. You need to understand how this whole thing works. I'm giving a minute right there. Okay. You need to understand how this whole thing works. Risk to reward. This is where the whole trick is. This is the bonus I want to give to you, the secret bonus I want to give to you. Focus here. I want to explain this to you. This is the most important part of the whole thing. The drawdown, number one. You need to understand the drawdown. Number one, you need to understand the drawdown. Number two, your drawdown and your play is dependent on this risk to reward. Always calculate your risks. Forget your profit first. Calculate your risks in target of your result, not your result in target of your risk. Like, yeah, this trade I'll make $5,000. Have you calculated the risks involved in you getting that $5,000? It is okay for you to have a 1% risk and $500 and 2% target, compared to you having 100% target with 1,000% risk. I don't know if that makes sense. So now, ideally, 100%. Let's come here. Ideally, come here. Ideally, 100%. You understand? Is your account. 100% is your account. It's calculation. It's all about calculation right here. 100% is your account. Then, right? They are giving you 10% drawdown. This one is not 10%, depending on the one you choose. 10% drawdown. 10% drawdown. It means it means that what? You have just 10% of the account. That is where people get it wrong. You have just 10% of the account. So if you have a $10,000 account, just have it in your mind that your account is not 10,000, it's actually 1,000. Because if you breach this thing, you don't have the account. So what's now the point? You should just believe that your account is 1,000. Because when I breach this 1,000, I have lost the account. So definitely, ideally, in the real sense, technically, in the real sense, $1,000 is my account. $1,000 is my account. So I think, if you are thinking like this, it will help you. I think with the fact that I have $1,000 in my account. So when I'm trading, and my goal is to make what? Is to make, let's check it out. My target is to make what? 10%. 10%. So ideally, I need to do 100% of this money. Are you getting the logic? I need to do 100% of this money. I need to do 100% of this money. This will really, really help you to manage your account well. It will help you to manage your account well. You know, the way you perceive things will determine the way you move. To help you manage your account well. Now, so let's get into it right now. I hope you are enjoying the whole section. So, and number two, you need to always work with something that is consistent, a working strategy, of which if you don't have a working strategy yet, you can learn from the one we use, from the one I use, and which is called printology. If you have heard about that, if you knew about it, you need to really, really get to know it, because this will really, really help you a lot. This will help you a lot. If you don't know what printology is, it's actually mastering, it's the heart of you. It's the art of you knowing how to print in the market in an efficient way, in a consistent way, with ease, and in a universal way, right? I'm going to be sharing my screen. I will be sharing you the group. I'll be sharing you what people are doing right there, and they are mastering the thing, and their results so far. It is so simple. All these guys are just 3 weeks. They are just 3 weeks in this thing. 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 weeks, 1 month, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 month, 1 week save. You actually see they are getting some massive results. Now, let me show you what they're doing. Let me show you. You need something consistent, because if you don't have a strategy you want to use, or you want to be using signal based on signal, see, you might do well, but ideally you might not really get the whole thing. So look at this guy. Say day one, look at day two. Look at how he predicted the market and it went the way. All right. Now, this is a lady printology. He said she made 300, and now she said what I called the trade, and look at it. We analyze the trade together, and this is it. It's so simple. This guy was using a strategy before. I don't know. I can't be saying the name of the strategy he used, but right now, look at how he's doing now. Very, very simple and straightforward. This is universal, like I told you. Universal is not based on forex alone or anything. It's not based on forex alone. And if you want to use this, even if it's stock, no matter what it is, even if it's stock, even if it's crypto, anything you want to do, look at this is gold right here. No matter anything you want to do, look at what this guy is doing. Look at what this guy is doing. He said what? He said all TP, they all later ATP. It is very, very simple and straightforward. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he's doing. This really have a high win rate. Look at it. Look at what this guy is doing. Look at what he's doing. Look at what they are doing. And the funniest thing is, it is very, very, very simple. This guy that posted Polkadot actually later did 300%. He did 300% on this trade. He did 300% on this trade when he told me when we're on live, right? So what I'm just saying, all the videos you need, I've already recorded them. Everything you need to master, I've recorded them for you, right? This is it in this place. Even if you're a beginner, you have it all here for yourself. So even if you're a beginner, you have it all here. All the videos are there. Look at it. I was asking, someone said this thing is not working. How true? He said that it work 10 to 300. So you see how everything goes. You see how everything goes. So that's that about that. And that is in terms of talking about the strategy to use. Look at what you have right there. Magical things you can stick to that will help you to become more consistent. That's about that. Now let's get into the whole picture again. So I've helped you clear the path strategy. It is very, very simple. The trading, the reason why those results are consistent and they don't need to stay a long while before this thing. The reason being that the approach is very, very simple and consistent. That is why they are getting such results, massive results. The group is not up to a month. The group is not more than a month, sorry. People that are there, the oldest person will just be a month. All right, now let's get into it. I've talked about the risks. I've talked about your strategy. I've talked about your recommendation, the broker you should use, recommend broker to you. I've talked about different one. And the last thing, which is the last top up that I'm going to give you, is what? I'll give you this, of which you need to know: over leveraging. Over leveraging. Don't over leverage on your capital. Capital means you are over leveraging on that account. No. Over leverage on your profits. When your trade is on profit and is moving, that is what I do. You cannot over leverage on it because it will not affect your drawdown. It won't affect your drawdown. It will only affect your profit. You are in $100 profit, you entered more trade, seeing a new opportunity with a bigger loss size. You know, when the thing is coming against you, it will not harm your capital, it will only harm your profits. Do you understand? So that's the last tip right there. If you'd like to join the group, just send me a DM on any social media platform. I'm going to talk with you. If you need any other thing, let me know. The link to the broker will be down below there, and you can actually get to use it. So probably we might have more than 2 of this video, and more videos are coming up. Remember, if you get value from this video, kindly like, kindly subscribe, and turn on your notification bell, because I'll be doing videos back to back, back to back, back to back, with a lot of values. So watch out. So see you soon, guys. See you soon.